Hey, what is good? And we've been waiting for this one. It's July 2nd for me. It's July 2nd for me. It's July 2nd for me. This shit came out yesterday. Yesterday. Red Hood Resurrection episode 3. You already knew. I watched episode 1 and 2 together, right? The last time we jumped in on this. And now we're on episode 3. The last thing we remember is that Robin came through and that was why do I keep forgetting his name? Cuz it's we already know Nightwing, aka Dick Grayson is in this. He's not in it, but he's in it. We heard his name at the end, right? And I forget which Robin this was. Because I don't think this is Damien's Robin. Tim Drake, there we go. This is Tim. This is most likely Tim Drake's Robin, right? Going up against Red Hood. Well, at least he's on the trail of Red Hood. And the last thing we said was that the fighting is the only issue. Everything else has pretty much been kind of cool, right? But yeah, the fighting was like the only problem. So now but first, we got to get the trickle down to the trickle down. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe over here. And you make sure you like, comment, and subscribe over there. You know, everything is always in the description. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. Let's see where we're at with this. Let's see how they've updated the combat. Let's see how they've updated everything. Rob, man. He robbed.
Nightwing?
Yep.
We have a situation.
Nightwing, we have a problem.
Another bad day to be a bad guy. I've got a massacre in front of me.
Black Massacre? You think another gang hit them?
No, I don't think so. Based on the impact patterns, I'm guessing one, maybe two guys did all this.
Yeah, damn. Oh, that has to be Tim. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god.
What is it?
No, nothing. It's just the way some of these guys were killed. Nightwing, there's a camera in the southeast corner of the building. Can you get me a playback?
Can you give me a playback?
I'm sending it to you now.
Oh shit. The CG is actually looking kind of fire.
Can you enhance the audio?
Sionis is held up at the GBC building.
So that's where the hothead's been hiding. This guy's probably heading there now.
I'll call this into the GCPD and meet you there.
Copy that.
You lost your touch, bros. No. But so far it's actually low key. We're already starting off kind of hot with it. I like the banter between Nightwing and freaking Tim Drake. I'm assuming it's Tim Drake. I have to assume that it is him, right? Because I don't know if it's the other one, Damien, right? We don't know yet until he pulls out a sword. That's all I got to say, right? But I like the banter. I like the CG with the touch screen. That was all kind of cool. When you deal with the red, you know you did. Yes, he got the gun. Now we're locked in. He has the gun now.
Can't see you right now, but my mouth is white. No way, that's hilarious. Dude, I gotta hate these masks.
This is private property. Get a move on.
I got an appointment with your boss.
You see a nigga dressed up like a Mortal Kombat character. You ain't taking the shot off rip. Cause I would have started me. This nigga came through like knowing that there's niggas like Robin, Nightwing, Batman all chilling up in the streets, right? This nigga looking damn near like freaking what? A scorpion? Well, I'd say Ermac, right? He looking like Ermac coming through.
I didn't hear nothing about that. Did you?
Nah, man, nothing.
Hey, that won't be necessary.
Damn, he endgamed them real quick.
Welcome to Goon Central. We're counting down our picks for the top 10 sexiest villains in Gotham.
Oh, brother, this nigga's walking TikTok.
Catwoman at number 10. What the hell kind of ranking is...
Right. I was about to say, what type of rigged bullshit is this? Catwoman's at least like number 1 or 2, right? Because we're talking about in Gotham. How many people are in Gotham, right? Like on some real shit. What do you think about it? How many? Because I know we got Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn, Catwoman. Who else? Am I missing some niggas? Does Batwoman? Well, does like Batwoman, you know, Cassandra Cain, do all them count, or it's just the villains? Because Catwoman's like a 50-50, right? Like I really don't know who we're talking about here. Cause like I said, Harley Quinn is a bad bitch. You know what I'm saying? But like it's Catwoman though. You know? Well. Hey yo, my nigga, where you at? Who? Who? The lady? Who? I'm sorry if I don't have the ultimate Batman knowledge, but like who? Damn.
We got an intruder.
Not anymore. Okay, that's fire. The blood splatter onto the camera. Nice effect. And I like that. I like this nice out of zoom effect, and it's gonna come back in the frame.
Being stealthy.
Oh, the first person aspect. Damn. Damn. Okay. He coming through, ready to go. To be fair, why wouldn't he just shoot there? Like shoot him in the leg? I mean, I guess I get it because his homie is also on him a little bit, but it's like I still would have shot this nigga. Camera's working. Mink. The headbutt. Okay, that was cool. So far, we haven't had really any hand. Like, that was a little hand-to-hand, but it's like we ain't really got into the yinks, you know what I'm saying? Because remember, these are like level 1 goons. Damn! And that one was kind of weak. Let's roll back on that. This one was fire. But what is this? He should have already had his gun ready. He just saw his dude get killed, by the way. So like I said, I like you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I don't sugarcoat shit around here. He should have had his gun ready. Y'all should have did a retake on that. That one's fine. It's just that second kill makes no sense because you just saw your dude get killed. You just saw him. You should have had a gun ready, at least trying to shoot. I would understand if he missed the shot because, you know, he dodged it or something. But, like, he wasn't even ready to shoot. The camera's still working, though. That was good. Oh, snap. Now he's up in the ante with it. The music is musicking too. Damn, he went on a spree right there. He got more than a UAV. He damn near got a whole tactical missile. He picked up. Nigga saw all the weapons on the table and picked up Deadpool's baby knife. Baby knife. On some real, why is this nigga coming through without a gun? Like I said, see, that's my only issue with things like these, right? Because it's like every single villain should have a gun, right? Especially when you hear somebody shooting, why are you gonna come up to them with no gun? You know what I'm saying? I'm just asking the actual questions because this dude had to have heard all your niggas get shot. I'd have came down with a bazooka. Bazooka.
Yeah, you look like a dead man.
Like, why is another dude coming through to fight hand to hand with him? Is there a reason why he needs to fight hand to hand and not just shoot people? Damn, stab that nigga in the leg with a baby knife.
Fuck you, pretty boy.
Mink.
Shit.
Really?
All right, Captain America. Damn, broke his neck with that? That's crazy. Damn. They just dead. So far, how would I explain the comment? I still feel like it could get sped up a little bit. I still feel like at maybe a 1.25 it could still work. Some of these actually work on normal speed, right? But I feel like some things could work still better with a more sped up look to it, right? First off, I don't know why the first two niggas had hand-to-hand combat. I actually don't understand that one at all, by the way, right? Like, you heard your niggas get shot. Why are you coming out there with just bare fists? Because if I'm Red Hood, I'd have picked up another gun and just shot these niggas and kept moving. Which, funny enough, if you watch the Red Hood animated movie, that's pretty much what he does. All he does is shoot people. The only time when he fights hand-to-hand, really, is when he's fighting against Batman. Because guess what? Batman knows how to control the situation, right? He knows how to fight people with guns, right? But regular niggas don't know how to fight people with guns. And that's why Red Hood gets away with just shooting niggas most of the time in that animated movie, right? Especially, like, the only time there's only like 2 times where he has to use hand to hand pretty much, right? And that's when he's fighting against the Elite Four, whatever the fuck they are. I forget their names, right? Because he pretty much runs out of ammo and stuff and he has to use his knife, his cool ass knife. That shit was fire. And then when he's fighting Batman, right? But for the most part, against these low level thugs, niggas is getting shot. Because it's like, I get it. You want to show off his A League of Assassin training and that he's trained by Batman, but like, most of the time, this nigga's just going to shoot you. He knows that's way easier, and he knows that's what it's going to do, right? He knows that's what it takes to take niggas out. And it's like, and that's a funny thing. That's another thing, right? It's not like I'm saying that I hate it or anything. Don't try to make me look at this as like I'm hating. But in the character of Red Hood, I think that nigga would shoot you more than try to fight you hand to hand, because Red Hood knows that it's a lot easier to shoot people and kill them that way, right? Why would he waste a lot of excess energy fighting, is my question. Hit that nigga with the ninja star. Why didn't you have a gun? You see? Like, it doesn't look cool, yes, but does it make sense? Hell no. Them niggas been standing there that entire time, and they both have guns, and they chose not to shoot them. You see what I'm saying? It's little shit like that when you think, like, alright, I'm speaking to the Red Hood directors, whoever are the people that made this directly. If something doesn't make sense, it shouldn't be in it. I think people that have guns and are just not shooting at Red Hood for no reason, right? How is this nigga killing this dude, then killing this dude, and there's 2 to 3 people, as you can see, well, 4 people, because he just killed the other guy. How do you have 4 people right here and none of them are shooting him? That's my question. And if you don't have a good explanation why they aren't shooting him, besides I just want to make a cool looking combat sequence, then I don't think it should be in. I think this nigga should just have guns and shoot everybody. I think that just makes way more sense. Have him dodge bullets. I think that would be, obviously I'm only 6 minutes in, but have him dodge bullets. That shit would be so fire and so gas, right? And he just shoots some headshots all the time. First off, it would save y'all a lot of time than trying to make hand-to-hand sequences. And you can, oh my god, and then you can actually save the hand-to-hand sequences for really big, really big opponents. Like if he's gonna face off against if he's gonna face off against Robin, that's a great time to have a hand-to-hand sequence because he knows he's not gonna kill Robin, right? He's not trying to kill Robin at all because Robin ain't his problem, right? And he still has respect for Batman. Save the hand-to-hand combat fights for people like Batman, Robin, Red Hood, not Red Hood, freaking Nightwing, and if you ever put in freaking let's just say they put in Slade Wilson, him too, right? Save the hand-to-hand combat fights for people that really throw hand-to-hands, right? I don't think this really needs hand-to-hand combat, or really, as much. I think you could have gotten really away with, it's not even getting away with. I think it just would have been better if he was just shooting everybody, picking up different guns and just started murdering niggas with guns. That's kind of his whole shtick, right? See, why are those two just waiting? You see what I'm saying? Like, I hate that I harp on it, but I want to judge this as an actual thing, right? I don't want to just sit there and say, oh, it's just a fan project. Let's swipe all the freaking criticism under the rug because it's a fan project. No, I want to make sure that y'all become the best that y'all can be. That's why criticism is always allowed anywhere, no matter what, right? And that's all I'm saying. I think you're just better off having Red Hood shoot, and you save the cool ass hand-to-hand fighting combat with him against Tim Drake, or him against Nightwing, or him against Batman if Batman ever comes back. Save it for the people that throw hands for real, right? People that are very good at hand-to-hand combat, or have it to where the only times he's really using hand-to-hand combat is because he ran out of ammo and he needs to, and the enemies are getting too close. That's like the only time. This kind of makes no sense because he just had we just saw a big ass table full of guns and this nigga chose the baby knife instead of the guns. You know, the thing that Red Hood usually uses. That was a cool camera shot though. Snap, stab. That's that mash X. See, why isn't your gun already out? I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? I hate that like, it's not even that I hate it, but it's like, I like trying to give people the best criticism forward. Why isn't his gun already out? Have Red Hood dodge shots. Have Red Hood dodge bullets. Take the gun away and then shoot him. That would be cool. Have him do some John Wick shit. That's what Red Hood should be. John Wick. This is where y'all should be basing all of Red Hood shit on from now on. Base it off of John Wick. I don't know which John Wick you would want to base this off. I think the first one was good enough, right? When John Wick in the first John Wick movie, he barely gets in the hand-to-hand combat fights. Most of his shit is him shooting niggas, picking up guns, he just shoots niggas straight in the head because he has perfect aim, which Red Hood should have, by the way. Red Hood has great aim, right? And it's rare for John Wick to be in a hand-to-hand combat situation, right? And that's what makes those hand-to-hand combat situations so interesting, because they're rare. That's how Red Hood should be. Red Hood should already have like 2 to 3 guns ready to go all the time, especially since he's killing people that have guns. All he has to do, like right now, he has a gun right now. You know what I'm saying? He should have had a gun a long time ago when the first person shot his freaking machine gun. Well, not machine gun, but it was like a submachine gun at him, right? Like, let's be honest. Another thing, why are these people running down the road with no guns? I keep saying this. Why don't they have guns? They just heard their homie get shot. They've been hearing their homies get shot this entire time. Why don't they have guns? Now, one thing that I will say, now we're in the compliment era. So far, the combat has looked way better than episode 2. Episode 2 was cool, but it's like the combat was way choreographed looking. This is actually looking a lot better.
Oopsie daisy. I assume Zionis has an office. Where is it? If you tell me, I might let you go.
I might.
Stairwell behind me. Studio C. Kitchen set.
Go on, before I change my mind.
Oh, he actually let him up. That's kind of crazy. I thought he was going to shoot that nigga.
Next order of business. You.
Bro, this nigga got the Power Ranger mask on. This nigga, no, he looked like, low key, he looked like Black Panther.
Give me the news.
The new DA has gotten even more aggressive in his latest prosecutions. Pinning the drug bust was certainly a good call. We've been able to avoid attention drawn to you in most publications.
Most. Right. See, me and Black Mask had the same thought. Most? What do you mean, most? Supposed to be all, nigga.
Gotham Today just briefly mentioned a report about...
Okay, here's a question for everybody. If anybody is watching this, can Black Mask say the N-word? Kabeem! That's an actual question.
A skeleton mask left down the road? It's nothing really.
If it was nothing, you wouldn't be telling me.
That is true.
Would you? In tomorrow's broadcast, I better be hearing a great piece on the credibility of the beloved Gotham Today.
What do you want me to say?
You better find something on whoever wrote that piece. Tear them apart.
I do agree, sir. Framing Cobblepot.
Hey. One thing is, the voice is cool. I ain't gonna lie. Black Mask's voice is cool. He looked cool. Like I said, he literally has pretty much a freaking T'Challa mask on, low-key.
Certainly a wonderful play. Our profits from selling the narcotics smuggled from the Wayne clinics will far outweigh the loss from that stunt.
Don't you dare open your mouth in my meeting unless I ask you a question. I know damn well it was a good idea.
That's why I did it.
In the first place.
That's why I did it. Me and Black Mask are just on the same wavelength. I don't know why, bro.
Start moving it. Now.
Consider it done, sir.
Funny enough, why don't I like his secretary in this one? Cause see, that's the thing. I have my whole concept of a lot of this off of the Red Hood animated movie. The secretary played it calm, cool, and collected, like she wasn't bothered by anything that Black Mask said or did, because he knew that he wasn't going to do anything to her. That's the crazy part, right? She's cool. Her acting, great. I wouldn't say it's like S tier, but it's a cool BA, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like a B plus. I'll give it a nice B plus on acting. She plays the fear off very well, but we're talking about, and that's the thing, right? I'm only going off of the Red Hood animated movie off of this, right? If we're going off of that, she's supposed to be like calm, cool, and collected the entire time, not even phased.
The Joker. I want to know where he's moved to now.
Well, we caught the Joker moving from Arkham. I loaded all the details onto your computer.
Wonderful. Great work.
Thank you, sir.
Is he gonna hit him?
Just one question for everyone. Do I look like a pushover to you?
Not at all, sir.
What about to you?
No, of course not, sir.
Uh-oh. It's not looking good for my boy.
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, you could never be a pushover, sir, and anyone who would think that would have to be damn near brain dead.
That's about right. Right. Bang. Oh.
Sack of worthless shit then. I thought I told you. When the clown moves, you come to me and you tell.
One thing that I do like is the mannerisms and the speaking of Black Mask. He's actually so far one of the favorites already, and he's barely had any screen time. The mannerisms are great. He pretty much damn near acts like the one in the animated series. The only thing he hasn't done is hit his people yet.
Tell me immediately.
Do not stay. I really thought this was serious.
Oh damn! I was not expecting him.
My employees are idiots. I don't know how many times I have to tell them. Don't interrupt me when I'm with my friends.
Friends is crazy.
Looks like it's your lucky day.
You get to live.
This time, baby. Wipe that sweat off your face. It's disgusting.
Don't
Clean this
don't wipe the sweat off your face and put it on your face.
shit up.
Studio C. All right, we got a big room.
So fucking weird. It's gotta be the office. Okay.
Is this going to be the battleground between freaking Red Hood and Tim Drake now?
No password. Guy's confident.
Just one folder of the Joker.
Oh, I like what I'm seeing. What else we got? Revenge.
Poor little Sionis. What a disgrace to all your father's hard work.
Well, I guess he can't say the N-word. We got our questions answered, boys.
Last time I saw you, I told you I never wanted to see your face again.
This is an interesting way to do this, right? Having Joker be the reason why Black Mask is very interesting.
Oh shit.
This time, I'm not taking any chances.
Damn.
Damn.
Guess now I know why he wears the mask.
Yeah. He turned that nigga into Freddy Krueger. That's why he made the mask, bro. He turned that nigga into Jason Voorhees.
Okay, and jackpot. You know what? I don't think you'll be needing this anymore.
Damn, put that shit in the gas trash.
Why, yes, I am sure. I'll take that. Thank you, Sionis. Oh, goody. I was hoping to run into you.
Who the hell are you?
Me? Oh, I'm just a guy in a mask. Speaking of which, what happened to that skeleton mask you had? It was way more intimidating. Whoa, hey, easy.
Guns drawn.
Took it off one of your goons. You like it? By the way, for a guy with so much money, you should really hire more suitable protection.
Cut the shit! What do you want?
What do I want? I just want some information on the Joker.
And why would I tell you that?
Oh, no, sweetheart. I already got what I came for. Thank you so much for your cooperation. Holy shit. Now I see why you upgraded.
Oh, that's interesting. So he originally did have a black mask, but he upgraded his mask. That's actually kind of cool.
Looks like someone wasn't counting.
Wait. Easy. Easy. You know, the funny thing is...
Okay, see, this is actually kind of cool. Wow.
Jesus Christ, what's that thing made of?
It's made of it's made out of a titanium alloy from the Himalayas, boiled down to its natural elements of CO2. No,
Oh, looks like the gloves are off, huh?
this nigga. He pulls out another gun. That would have been funny.
Scary. Come on, I'll give you a free shot.
I've said this once. I said this in the first time. He's just Casey Jones. Like legit. Literally, this same person could play Casey Jones from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and that shit would he wouldn't be like, bro. They literally based this dude off of the first movie, Casey Jones, and we're talking about the '90s movie.
Better off
Without you.
piece of shit like you. Come
Damn! He hit that nigga with the Bane back break. Finish him.
Oh yeah. Scurry away. All right. You have
I was not expecting Black Mass to get taken out this quick.
no idea how much this helps me.
Bruh. On some real shit, why didn't you just keep that in your pocket? You didn't need to flaunt it, my nigga Jason.
You must be the new Robin.
And you must be the guy who's asking about the kid.
You have no idea what I had to do to get that drive.
Really? The trail of dead bodies tells me otherwise.
You know, I was like you once. You think you're doing the right thing? No, pal. This is the right thing. But look, I don't want to hurt you, all right? Move aside. Stay out of my way.
Sorry, pal. I don't think that's how it's gonna work tonight.
They ain't throwing ninja stars, bruh. Robin rings. Okay, see, why did the music kind of have to get cool though? Okay, I actually don't know which Robin this is now, because I know this has to be Tim though, but it only makes sense. What type of what type of Thor shit was that? That shit came back to him. Hit that nigga with the concussion bang. Okay, to be fair, that staff one did not hit him.
My turn.
He just pulls out another one. That shit would be funny.
What the hell?
Oh, he got like some magnetic. Got the force.
I know, right? It's so annoying. But it's cool, like on my end.
To be fair, would Tim Drake beat Red Hood? I don't think so. I feel like the two people that were really on par with Batman was freaking Nightwing and freaking Jason, right? And we seen that in the animated movie, but it's like obviously Batman overpowered Jason in the end, but he was boxing that nigga though. Body slam.
Get your ass up. I said get up.
He said, "No, I'm about to beat your ass." He said, "You ain't gonna keep using that goddamn bullshit ass move every time on me, boy." Come here. Hitting him with that Mortal Kombat moves. One arm choking that nigga. He said, "Are you done?"
Stay the hell out of my way.
First confrontation battle, the freaking the weapon stick work needs more work. I'm gonna keep it a stat. You know what I'm saying? I'm being brutal today, honestly. You feel me? But the stick work needs more. Like I said, it just needs more work. Right? We need to see him do more moves on the hits, right? Because it's like he feels like he did the same move like 5 times. Like mink, mink, mink. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, it was kind of cool. I would love to see more of a hand-to-hand fight between these two, right? That would actually be kind of crazy. Because it's like the new Batman versus like the new Batman train versus the dead Batman train. How the fuck did Black Mask even get out of there is my question. That nigga broke his back. I was wondering because I was like, you couldn't have gotten that far.
Sionis, Sionis, Sionis.
It's crazy that his name sounds so close to Zionist. It's funny.
Let's chat.
Transition was kind of fire.
Unfortunately, that son of a bitch Robin destroyed the only drive that I had with that information I needed. And I really need to know where the Joker is. So it looks like you're gonna have to tell me. Now, I've already done this whole interrogation thing once tonight, so I really don't want to have to do it again. Oh, come on, man. Quit the tough guy act, okay? Face the facts. I've already taken away your ability to run away, potentially walk at all. Look, I saw the video on your computer.
You saw what?
Hide behind this little mask of yours. The Joker needs to go. And if you tell me where he's at, I'm gonna find him and I'm gonna kill him.
Win-win.
When you say?
See, that sounds like a win-win to me. You know what I'm saying? You tell the psychopathic murderer that almost that broke your back where the Joker is. That sounds good to me.
Look, I hadn't seen the latest files on where he's moved to. He moves around a lot.
Like I said, the Black Mask voice is so fire.
Said, I guess now they're gone.
Yeah.
No. Looks like then you're
no. Wait! I ain't done talking yet. Jesus Christ! It's like you just love hearing the sound of your own voice. Where the hell do you think I got that info? I paid someone to track him.
And who?
Okay. Who?
Slade.
You're right. That smug son of a bitch needs to go. I want him gone.
Yeah? And who did you hire? Yep. I knew it. I knew it was that bitch ass nigga Deathstroke. I knew it was Slade. Come on, man. Like it's always obvious. Okay. So like I said, we could save the hand-to-hand combat fighting for niggas that throw hands. So I'm not wrong. We could have had a longer fight between freaking Jason and Robin and Tim Drake's Robin. We could have a longer fight between Slade and Todd. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I'm not wrong. Am I ever wrong? Nope.
He found him for me. He's putting an end to the clown.
Please, for fuck's sake, tell me he hasn't done it already.
We're supposed to meet tomorrow night to discuss final details.
Okay, where?
And then there's Nightwing.
Oh, goody. Another dramatic entrance from one of Batman's little minions.
Your reign of terror stops now.
Here we go.
Lock me up? Ooh. You know, I've put so many guys in their place tonight, I've kind of lost count. Are you sure you want to test your luck?
I'm gonna be honest. This whole look, I can't take you seriously. Do you villains source your clothes from thrift shops? Is that a thing now?
Oh, fashion advice from the guy who used to wear underwear outside of his tights. Oh, that's a new one.
I see. So you used to be
Hey, he is spitting.
a fan. I can imagine you had a poster of me growing up. Yeah. I'll tell you what.
How old is Nightwing compared to Jason? Because I'm sitting here, I'm like, aren't they damn near close? Nah, they can't be, right? Nightwing has to be older than him. But how much older is the actual question?
That mask. Once I kick your ass, I'll sign it.
Big talk.
That is funny. I'll sign that bitch.
See if you still got it.
Let's tango.
Mink, hit that nigga with the backhand.
You know what's almost like? I can see your moves coming. It's crazy, right?
How's that for an old guy?
Not bad. For the warm-up?
Oh snap! Now they got the toolies on them. Like like obviously they probably fought in the comics a lot. I don't read a lot of Batman comics. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. I'm gonna keep it 100. So I don't know who actually wins this fight off rip. You would assume Nightwing does, right? Mainly for the simple fact that he is pretty much Batman too, if you really want to think about it that way. But like Jason Todd does got that strength from the Lazarus pit though after his death. So I'm like, that could balance that shit out real quick. And you're fighting against a person that doesn't mind killing people. See, that's another thing that's always interesting, right? Batman just knows everything. That's Batman's thing. He knows everything. He knows every fighting style there is. He knows he pretty much knows everything. That's why Batman can beat pretty much anybody any human in hand-to-hand combat for the most part, right? But imagine if you're fighting against somebody that doesn't have all that, you know what I'm saying? Like Nightwing is like intelligent and stuff, right? Just like Jason is, and they both pretty much got the same tutelage and the same training. That's why I'm like, this should be more of an even fight, and it should edge towards Jason in reality, right? The only reason why Jason would lose is the main reason why Raphael be losing to Michelangelo's, because of the anger, the hatred, right? It's not even hatred, but it's like the anger, right? That's the main reason why in, TMNT 2003, Michelangelo beats Raphael every single time they fight. And that's like the only way I could see Jason Todd losing to Nightwing, in my opinion. See, like I said, you could speed this up. That's all I'm saying. See, we're gonna go over this fight sped up and see what happens. That was a nice Superman punch.
Okay, I felt that one. Is that it?
Sorry.
Hit that shit with the Tay shot. These niggas. Oh damn! Was not expecting that. He did the Matt Murdock special. Oh, he broke the mask. Now he's gonna see.
Sorry about your mask, buddy. It's kind of expensive. Jason. What's wrong?
This nigga looks so much like Casey Jones, it's not funny. Like, it's not even a joke anymore. He really does look like Casey.
Look like he's seen a ghost.
Whoa! Whoa!
You know, I wonder. You think he'll save you?
Uh-huh. All right. Now we've lost the plot. I never would think that Jason would go after any of the Robins. In my opinion. Batman? Yes. Right. There is the stigma of the Batman. Obviously, there's a possibility of him well, not possibility, but he mostly thinks, well, and the funny thing is he doesn't even care that much about that. But it's like, he just didn't like that Batman pretty much left him to die. And the funny thing is, when you watch the animated movie, that's not even his issue. His issue is that freaking Joker still lives. That's like his main issue. I would not expect him to stab any of the Robins. He's fought in the Robins before, but I don't think he would ever try to kill him, though. Unless he's in full, like, well, I guess he's super villain now, right? But, like, I just don't think it makes that much sense, right? Because he also was once a Robin. He also had the tutelage of Batman. Yes, he would beat their ass. Yeah. He would beat up Nightwing and he would beat up Tim Drake. He would do that. I don't think he would try to kill him, though. He would just try to knock him out. Because they're not villains. He knows they're not villains. Because remember, the reason why Red Hood even does what he does is because he's trying to get rid of the bad niggas, right? He would not try to, like, obviously he did try to shoot Batman in freaking, the animated movie, which was funny. But, like, for the most part, I don't think he would try to kill any of the Robins at all. Especially not the Robins.
Nightwing, everyone! The great Nightwing. I'm not done with you.
That would be crazy if Nightwing dies. Yo, Tim, wake your ass up. How long are these credits? All right. That is a very interesting way to end the episode, but also a good way to have a nice cliffhanger. I'm assuming that Nightwing's gonna survive. There's no way this nigga dies. Because that's crazy. Because the fight that he would have to have with Batman when he gets back is gonna be a crazy battle. But, like, I don't know. Like I said, I really don't know if Jason Todd would actually try to kill Nightwing or any of the Robins. I don't know if he would actively try to do that without mind control or any of that, right? This is just a regular Jason Todd. Like, and that could be my lack of comic knowledge, but, like, I'd assume that he wouldn't, though. Because Jason Todd's whole entire thing is, one, getting rid of the Joker, but two, controlling all of the crime in Gotham, right? That's pretty much his whole thing. The way to stop, because it's like his way to stop crime is to control it and kill anybody else that doesn't get in line. That's pretty much his way, right? And, you know, because it's like I said, the animated movie makes this shit clear, too. Because think about it, when the two goons were trying to get was it 3 goons or 2? I think it was 2. But when they were trying to get a Mazo, right, and they were started talking about Red Hood, he shoots them. If he wanted to kill Robins and Batman's, he could have did that right then and there because Nightwing was there and Batman was there. That's why I'm like, I don't know if he would stab Nightwing. I think he would knock him out. Right? I do not think he'd do that. That's like the only decision right now where I'm like, I don't know about that decision, right? Because right now, technically, this Red Hood is not even in supervillain mode, really. Because like in the like I said, I'm basing this off the I'm really getting the comparison of the animated movie. Off the rip, when Red Hood got into town, he became a villain. Off rip, he killed all the other villains. Well, he killed a lot of the villains' second lieutenants and became the big super villain. Well, on par with Black Mask, right? With controlling Gotham and controlling the crime, right? He was straight up a villain off jump, and he'd kill anybody that gets in his way. He was pretty much a villain off the jump. He's just going after the Joker, right? And all he's done is kill bad guys to get there, right? He's not controlling crime. He's not doing this, that, and the third, right? He's not doing all these extra steps to become a villain. All he's doing is taking down bad guys by killing them, which doesn't sound like a villain to me, right? It sounds like a hero out for revenge. That's what it sounds like. But like I said, when you compare that to the animated movie, that nigga was legit killing folks, right? You know what I'm saying? And he legit was in with the crime by controlling the crime, right? You know what I'm saying? He even told Batman that he's trying to have a better place of Gotham by controlling all of the crime and not targeting certain groups of people, right? But all of the crime still can happen still. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's super villain shit. This is not super villain shit. This is just a nigga out for vengeance. This is just Kratos. But that is interesting. I wanted to go back to the fight though, just to see what it looks like sped up a little bit, right? Like even at 1.25, we're gonna turn the audio off because I just want to see. See, look at how much better this shit looks just sped up by 0.125. That's just 0.125. And then you can turn normal speed on when they're talking. But look at how much better this looks at point just 125. Doesn't it look so much better? You know, doesn't this shit look so much more active, sped up just even a little bit? And that's all I'm gonna keep trying to say to them is, hey, just speed it up. There is nothing wrong with speeding it up. Even just by a little bit, like this little bit makes this fight look so much better. I'm not gonna lie, this fight actually looks kind of gas at 1.25 speed. Bro, this shit looks so gas at 1.25, bro. Like, bro, look at how much better this shit looks. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I wanted to be playing around, but no, this shit is actually much better at 1.25 speed. But that's pretty much the entire fight. But the criticisms, one, that decision. Obviously, this was fire though. But let's label the criticisms. One, that decision at the end with him stabbing Nightwing. I don't think he'd do that. I think he'd knock Nightwing out instead of trying to kill the nigga. Right. Two, in these one-on-one fights, speed it up. Speed it up. I keep telling y'all this. I said this with the last one too. It's one-on-one fights that need to be sped up because they look slow. When you're fighting against multiple people, see, like the hallway scene, I don't think you need the 1.25 that. But when you're doing 1v1 fights like this, speed it up just a little bit. Because like I said, this shit looks so much better at 1.25. That fight looks so clean, bitch. Right? So that's another one. 3, when you're doing fighting and when you're doing minions with guns, make sure they have their guns already ready and guns ready to shoot. Have Red Hood just dodge bullets or deflect them with this like machete that he got. That would be cool, right? 4, just have Red Hood use guns. I'm gonna just keep it a stack. Just have him always have guns on him. because in reality, Red Hood is not wasting his time trying to fight 50 niggas. He's just gonna shoot 50 niggas and then fight the 1v1 at the end, right? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, some of the choreography with the when they were starting to use weapons is a little lacking. It's a little lacking, right? And that's pretty much it, right? I think those are the only criticisms really that I got. It's just speeding up fights, you know, make sure you have competent, you know, just competent regular ass niggas. Cause in reality, no one is walking outside after hearing niggas get shot. Your niggas most specific, and not walking out with a gun. That's all I'm saying, right? Like I said, speed up fights, freaking competent, foot soldiers, right? The dialogue is cool. The dialogue's fine. I think the dialogue works here and stuff like that, right? The decision for having Red Hood damn near kill Nightwing. Obviously, since we haven't seen him die on screen, he ain't dead yet, right? The choreography with weapons, and that's really those are like the big ones, right? You know. And the good things, the camera work, the music was fire, right? The banter was pretty solid. Black Mass stole the show in this episode. I ain't gonna lie. That whole scene in the dark, in that dark room, that shit was good, right? A good bit of the combat was solid, and yeah, it's pretty solid, right? Like the only thing that I have is that controversial last ending because I don't know if he would stab Nightwing. I don't know if he would, especially since this is his first resurgence, right? In the comics, I doubt that he tried to kill Nightwing the first time he showed up, but maybe later he probably tried to kill Nightwing. But like, this is the first time Jason Todd has shown up since his death, right? That's what I'm saying. I don't know if he would do that off rip. But other than that, you got to give the trickle down to the trickle down. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe over here, and like, comment, subscribe over there to the Red Hood Resurrection crew. And keep the shit coming, bruh. Keep the shits coming. But like, hopefully y'all see some of this criticism and be like, okay, he actually is spitting a little bit. And I showed that speeding up 1v1 fights is just the way. It's just the way. It's just like, bro, you can't tell me you didn't like anybody didn't look at that and been like, yeah, that actually shit looks a lot better sped up, right? Obviously, you'll have to fine tune the dialogue and stuff. But other than that shit was fire though, still, right? As much criticism as I do, I just want the product to become the best that it can possibly be. That's it. But other than that, peace. Hey.